Let's go over some basics for what the essay test is. So this is an optional test. It's going to be administered at the end of the SAT. The previous exam, the previous version of the exam used to have the essay at the beginning of the SAT, and all students had to take it. It was mandatory. But this time around, they've turned it optional, so it's going to be at the end. So students that are taking the essay, they will be staying back after the multiple choice portion and the grid-in choice, the grid-in portion is done. And the remainder of the students that are not participating in the essay will be leaving the room. And the students that are taking the essay are going to stay back and complete the essay. So it's going to be at the end of the exam. The essay also is different in that it is now 50 minutes long, 5-0. The previous essay used to be 25 minutes long, so they are going to be expecting more from you this time around. Before, they used to expect just a decent first draft and just getting your thoughts on paper and getting organized. This time around, they're going to expect more than that. They're giving you, almost an hour, 50 minutes in this case, and they're going to expect 50 minutes worth of work. So they're expecting a really, really good first draft of whatever you're writing. And you're not going to be writing about the same kind of thing that you were before. You may have heard a lot of different things about the exam. A lot of teachers will tell you the same kind of thing. They may still not be aware that the exam has changed its essay format from the previous pre-2016 version to the new post-2016 version. But in this instance, you're going to be writing about how the author conveys their argument after reading a passage. So you'll be presented with some kind of a passage that an author has written. It'll come from something published, and it can be a speech, it can be an essay, it can be an op-ed, it can be anything, something that an author has written for a specific audience, and you will read it, you will analyze it, and you will then write about how the author conveys their argument. So the author will be making some sort of an argument, whether it's in favor of something or against something, or they can advocate for something, or they can advocate against something. But you will be writing mainly about how good a job or how bad a job the author does in conveying his or her argument to the reader. That's the idea. And it's also different than the older essay in the sense that the older essay actually expected you to make the argument itself. This time around, you're not making the argument. You are analyzing an argument that has already been made. So just keep in mind that when teachers give you advice, double check with them if they are giving you advice on the pre-2016 essay or the post-2016 essay. You want to make sure that you are looking at the current format. It's 30 minutes long. I mean, it's 50 minutes long, not 30 minutes. The previous essay was about 30 minutes long, about 25 minutes long. But in this instance, the essay is going to be 50 minutes long. So you want to make sure whatever advice you're getting is for the current version of the essay. So just to recap, this is an optional test proctored at the end of the exam, not at the beginning. It's 50 minutes long as opposed to 25 minutes long. You're going to be writing about how well an argument is crafted as opposed to making an argument. And the old essay required students to make the argument, whereas this one expects you to analyze an argument made by an author that has already completed their argument and written it down or spoken about it or already delivered it. And keep in mind that when you're getting advice, you don't want to get advice about the old version of the exam. You want to get advice of the current version of the exam and the essay.